Welcome to Let's Fucking Chat. I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Alex. Let's talk about some stuff. I'd like to apologize for Kelsey's audio this video. Her audio ended up getting corrupted, so we could only use the backup audio that I usually record, and it doesn't sound the best. It's usually only for me to kind of match up our conversations and our both of our audios, but we had to use it, so this is what it sounds like, and that's also the reason why we don't have any light green things to show when someone is talking, is because we had to use this audio, which is all one person. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you enjoy the conversations.
I do want to tell you one thing though. At work this week, I was cashiering and my manager was there. And wait, hold on, listen to this. Okay, that's me opening a can of Michelob Ultra, even though I messaged you saying like I'm not gonna be drunk when we record, but here I am like a few beers deep, so that's great, and 2 shots in, so that's fine. But anyways, off track. But anyways, yeah. So I was working this week and my boss was like, basically like, I love your wordage that you give to people, like your wording. I was like, oh my goodness, thank you so much, because like usually people ask like kind of dumb things and the answer is always no. But what I found is if you say sadly and then the reason why, they're more likely to like, oh, okay. So I was like, oh, sadly, we don't validate parking because that parking structure is not affiliated with our company. She's like, oh, okay. And I was like, thank you. Like literally internally, I was just like, thank you for being an awesome manager and boss that actually realizes that the words I use and how I say it is very like direct and straight up. Like the answer to your question is no, but I'm gonna word it in a way that it's like not as bad for you to accept the no. So that was maybe like the one good thing from my week. So what's like the one good thing from your week?
Well, I wanted to just, that type of like changing your words around based on like, you know, what information you're trying to present. I basically used that a lot when I was younger. I would just like whenever I'd be like in trouble, right? If you talk to your
Alex,
parents.
are you only like 23 or 24? Younger.
Yeah, when I was younger. I didn't say like when I was young. But
okay, fine. A little younger. Fine.
Yes, a little younger. Yeah. Probably around like 10, like before then. But yeah, whenever I would get in trouble, a lot of the times I would just kind of like speak about like what I did, like I think it's called like as a matter of fact or whatever. Just be like, oh yeah, this happened. Like if you're calm and you're talking about it, people are more likely to be calm. But if you're like like you use like big words and like big scary words, and you're like, you know, you're presenting in like a very offensive or defensive way, then yeah, people are more likely to respond negatively. But
yes,
the best thing in my week was probably what would be the I've been working on a lot of beats for my for my rapper friend, and they're turning out pretty dope, the beats.
Nice.
I think one of them, I think that I got a couple of people who listened to it, and they were just like, yeah, this is a banger, this is dope. So, and then I'm also getting ready for Sunday. I'll be streaming, creating an entire song that day, because it's Valentine's Day and it's a year from the first day, from the day that my first song was ever made.
Oh, thank God! I thought you were gonna say from like the first day of your first ever like love breakup.
No,
and I was gonna say,
weird.
Ooh, that's so cringy.
That is very
that
cringy.
Sounds a lot better.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot better.
Yeah,
I was gonna
no.
say, oh, don't go down that hole. Ew, let's not.
Yeah, that'd be very, very. Ooh. Ooh.
I felt like disgusted thinking about that. That's weird, but
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
But,
do you want me to link that little? If this comes out in time, or ooh, I need to work on like our IG presence. Like I really need to. So like, whatever links you want me to drop, let me know for V-Day. But I think I do need your help because I want to do some cool like little wavy voice things, like to show
Yeah,
like
I was gonna
a
do that.
preview of our podcast.
Oh, I can do that as well. I was
Yeah.
gonna do a voice wavy thing when we talk. I was gonna put like
Yes.
but
Yes.
I could only fit that in on your previous design, but because I'm using the newer design, there's not a lot of room to put it where it looks good. So
do you want me to change it then back to the previous? Should we go back to the previous?
We'll see. Right now, I'm making it so that like you know how Discord puts a green circle around you when you're talking. I'm doing that.
Yes. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, I really like that. Ooh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that. That's dope. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
Also, that is something that like, dude, I've been procrastinating this video for so long. Like, it wasn't even procrastinating. Yeah, it wasn't really procrastinating. I usually forgot about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do this later today, and then I just have other work to do. But
and it goes away. You just forget about it.
Yeah.
You're just like, I just don't want to fucking do it because like I just don't want to.
Yeah.
Which I totally am it to be. I do that. I'm like, oh, somebody asked me to do this, but I honestly just don't want to fucking do it because I just don't want to. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And I have other things that I'm worried about. So, oops. Oops.
Yeah, like I should really. I'm trying to like do it like you know, edit videos more often because I want to get an actual like good schedule going. Because we actually have. Do you know the subscribers that are on our channel? Like, are they personal to you? Do you know any of them?
Wait.
Yeah, we have like 3 or 4.
Wait. Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
On our YouTube, I'm pretty sure it's like literally. Okay, so my husband's friend Race. They love to play Discord together, which I love for them. He's like, he really wants to come on our podcast because like,
oh yeah,
I think we're cool. But yeah, like those 3. Let me say who is even subscribed to this little freaking channel. But yeah, I know like the people that comment and stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like one Race, my husband, and maybe like me.
Yeah.
From one channel, but I don't know. I don't even know.
Yeah, one of them is my
friend.
friend.
You can see that. Oh, is it? Okay, so yeah, it's like my husband and like his friend Race. I feel like once
I didn't know.
Like once we become more consistent with our shit, like, and have people on, like we'll be Gucci.
Yeah, I do like
this bitch.
Knowing, like seeing the subscribers made me want to do it more because I'm like, oh shit, I gotta do that video so that these they can see it more. But yeah, when I saw it, like, I was like, who are these people? I was like,
who are these motherfuckers? Oh my god. Even seeing like the video that we made, our first one got 22 views.
He's got 20. Like, okay, that's really good actually. That's
I'm literally gonna cry right now. Like that's like this actually motivates me now too. It's like, okay, but I do want to say something kind of like condescending to like make this a little more sad. Like, isn't that crazy how like numbers, the statistics of everything is like literally giving us more self-confidence and more of an energy boost. Like a number is making us more hyped for ourselves. Like that's pretty sad if you think about it. A number, a fake thing that we've made up through society is making us be like, oh my god, we have more energy to do this. Even though like tomorrow I have to go to work and I'll be like, honestly, I don't fucking remember what I said I was gonna do tonight talking to you. But it's like a fucking number is just like, we're like so elated, like what the fuck? But like I'm also like, what the fuck? Yes, I love this number. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Yeah, I've been like thinking about it, and I have like other accounts that I kind of like try to keep up with and stuff, and I try to keep them like, you know, get more numbers on them and stuff. And I've noticed that like I've been like feeling emotional like in a way about the numbers. And I don't really like that. Like that's kind of,
isn't that crazy?
That is very crazy because I don't want it. I want to always create content based on like
that you know, like.
Yeah, that I like, right? I don't want to feel pressured because there are more people. And luckily I'm not like, you know, in this generation where the kid they're like from kids where numbers are a matter, right? Like these kids that are like,
oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah, their life is in numbers. So I
know, which is pretty sad.
Very, very sad because a lot of people, because they don't know that, like, you know, sometimes you live. I mean, we lived in a world that didn't have like fucking Facebook yet, Actually, yeah. I didn't know if, like,
You really
middle. I
didn't,
think Facebook
though.
came out in middle school, right? Or got big
I
in
think
middle
so.
school.
In our our age. I
Yeah,
think
our
so.
age,
But
middle
it's
school.
like, yeah.
Yeah, like like before that, it was like who social media? What is this? I think my mom had like
What is this thing?
a MySpace page. Dude, MySpace was dope. You can make your
I
own
wasn't allowed
background.
to have a MySpace page. Like, I was not allowed to have that. So, I
Oh yeah,
envy
same.
you.
I was not allowed
Low-key.
to either. I wasn't allowed to.
Love
I
that.
I ended up secretly making it.
Oh my god, you're such a rebel.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You're a rebel. Oh my god. Fuck authority. Fuck your mom. Like, I make this MySpace and I'm doing
I did
like
so
whatever the hell I
much
want.
stuff behind my mom's back, dude. It's crazy because me and my mom have a very interesting relationship in that I will just like now I will tell her like everything. Like I ended up telling
Oh,
her
wow.
everything that I went behind her back on. Well, after I graduated high school. And then she was just
Oh,
like,
gosh.
"Oh my gosh!" And I'm like, "Oh yeah." And about weed, yeah, I've dabbled with that before too. And then I tell her times that like
Oh, wow.
I'd tell her that I was going somewhere when I was actually going to like a friend's place. Yeah, it's insane, and I still tell her stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, she knows. Like, yeah, she knows about like almost everything. We have a very close relationship, but yeah.
Okay. I actually like really dig that. Like, I feel like too. So I feel like we both kind of grew up in like a maybe similar household of kind of like conservative, religious, maybe.
Yeah,
At
we
least
were-
I
yeah.
did. I grew up in a very like conservative, religious. Like, I grew up in a Southern Baptist church, so it was
Same.
very.
Oh, wow, we do
Yeah,
have very
so
similar
it's very
upbringing.
like, yeah, it's very just like anti-drugs, anti-sex before marriage, anti if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, it's either a girlfriend or boyfriend. If you're the other gender, like you
Yeah.
cannot love the other person because it's literally a fucking sin. And I will say this is like probably the lowest point of my life when I like reflect on it, like how brainwashed I was from like just the church. So like I went from one Southern Baptist church from like when I literally grew up, and I hated it my whole life. I never fit in. And then luckily, maybe, I moved to another one, more like it's like a weird Methodist, like they were trying to rebrand themselves as like a weird non-religious,
Yeah.
like we, you know, like that weird, like we don't affiliate with some weird social like category. In like middle school, this is seriously so fucking lame as fuck, but it's like, okay, so I remember in middle school, I had this girl come over that I was like best friends with at the old church, and she was like, "Do you want to smoke?" And I was like, "What?" And my mom's a nurse, so like she worked nights, and my grandfather was there watching us. And so I was just like, okay, like what the fuck does that mean? And so she had this weird little kid come over, and she bought a blunt off of him. And I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? And so we went in my backyard, like near the pool, and we smoked this like blunt. And I remember coughing so bad. And then after, I just felt, I felt literally so guilty. And I kid you not, like then like 2 weeks later, we went to some dumb fucking church like retreat, and they were like, confess your sins. And I felt so guilty. I started crying, and I was like, to this girl that I wasn't really friends with, like we were best friends, but then I was like, I'm not friends with you anymore. And I'm like over there crying by myself on this like basketball court, like I smoked weed, like I don't know like what's going on with me right now. Like
Oh my
I
god.
just felt like like I literally felt so guilty of this like forbidden fruit essentially made out to me by like the whole like church religion thing that I grew up in. Like I felt so bad as a middle schooler. Like I smoked weed, I'm literally a sinner, I'm going to hell, like what the fuck is wrong with me? Like this is like insane. Like in the moment I felt like I committed like almost like murder. Like I just felt like I committed like manslaughter against myself. And then like when I reflect on it, I think like that is so fucking dumb, because like medical marijuana is a thing right now. People smoke weed to have fun. People smoke weed to relax. Like, weed is not a thing. So, like, why the fuck were all these people being like, drugs are fucking bad, especially weed? Like, I understand, like, heroin, crack, cocaine, like, you obviously don't mess with that stuff, but it's just like, weed out of all the drugs, why are you making people feel super guilty about smoking them? Because when you do, they just want to smoke more of them. Like, so yeah, that's just my, like, very sad story about how I fell into the weird religious cult and felt super bad about myself about smoking weed. Like, that's literally, when I honestly think about it, I just feel so sad. So this all comes back to, like, I love my mom so much. I feel like I can honestly tell her anything and everything, which I have before. And I feel like as I've gotten older, I've realized too, like, she is a human. I can trust her. I can tell her stuff from the past. And I think it just makes me just be stronger, like, when I become a parent. Like, I honestly do want to be able to, like, openly communicate with my kids, because I don't ever want them to feel this weird sense of guilt if they do something that society is telling them to do, like, or what society is telling them, like, this is bad, you're a fucking sinner. But I don't think I'm gonna raise my kids in religion, because, like, it's also a drama cesspool. Like, I don't know if you experienced that ever. Like, you just feel alienated if you're not part of, like, some dumb main group of people that love God more than you do. But that's just my thing. Like, I love my mom so much. I appreciate her raising me in the church, because I feel like I did learn some lessons that I will take on as a future parent. But sometimes I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, like, what the hell happened? So,
I lived I also lived in a Christian household. My mom was very, very religious. But, like, something that I always remember is that, like, I never believed in God, like, at any point. And, like, I would always go into, like, you know, we'd always go to, like, church and stuff like that, and we deal with all of that. But I had always, like, questioned it. I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me. And, like, from, like, a very young age, I was atheist. Now I'm agnostic, but yeah, I was atheist. And then, like, it was just kind of like, I don't understand this. And I was young as hell. Like, I even think back now and I'm like, wow, like, how old I was. That was some very interesting thought that I had. But yeah, I grew up in a Christian household, and so yeah, I also kind of had those. I did get my values from there, though, of course. And so there's always the crazy stuff, like, of course, yeah, like smoking weed and, like, I told myself I would never do drugs. I was like, I will never do drugs. And then I remembered the day that I was able to first smoke, and I just I thought to myself, and I'm like, I don't want to have a judgment on something that I've never tried that is not going to hurt me to try. So I was just like, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. And so I ended up getting high at school, and that was a roller coaster.
Oh my goodness. I could never. Yeah. You're ballsy. I could never.
It was my only chance. I was like, you know what, I'm taking it. And
Shut up, dude.
That was insane. There was a moment where we almost got caught. Like, dude, I was so fucking high. And so I'm walking around the school.
Wild as fuck.
Yeah. And my friends, they kept telling me to, like, calm down. Like, I wasn't, like, you know, upset or anything, you know, being, like, crazy or anything like that. But I was just like, oh, this is very interesting. This is very interesting. And they're like, dude, yeah, you're high. It's whatever. And then I was like, wait, do I look high? And so, like, we start walking towards the lunchroom because we were going to go eat. Because we're high. And then, like, this security guard came out.
Lunch food?
Yeah. We had, like, we got, like, pizza at the time, and yeah, all that bad stuff. But dude, we the security guard came up to us, and, like, he was, like, yelling at it. He was like, where are you guys supposed to be? Lunch is already ending. And then, like, my friends, they just walked away, like, darted away. And in my brain was like, I can't do this because he's gonna think that's, like, super suspicious, so I need to talk to him and convince him, like, why I'm at lunch right now. And so my brain, like, just used every fucking power in its being, and it was like, it just started grabbing words and reasons and stuff like that. And I came up with the reason that I remembered that day they were doing testing, like late testing and shit. So I was like, oh yeah, we came back from late testing, and they just let us out, so we're going to eat or whatever. And he's like, oh okay, and he let me inside, and I'm like, holy fucking shit. When my friends came back, they were like, dude, thank you so much for talking to the guard, because he probably would have 100% busted us if we just walked off. I was like, Jesus. And then just ended up getting a headache, and I felt mad. I was very upset. That was my very first time. I was insane. I was just like, holy fuck. I was like, even then I was just like, it's not for me, but it's not bad. That's what I kind of came up with. Yeah.
I like that though.
Yeah.
I just think it's weird, like, I don't want to blame our parents because like that's just how they're raised, but it's also like, I feel like this is like a good example of just like generations. The new generation learns, because I feel like we have just learned from our parents, and hopefully whenever we do start a family, we're just like those cool, open, communicative parents. But I feel like it's hard to say that now when like I have no idea what like monster I will have, what will happen in the future regarding my future children. I don't know, but it's like, maybe not monster is a good word, but just like Pandora's box of like how they will be, how they will act, like how they will handle situations, you know, like in their own selves, like, you know. But I just think it's interesting. It's like a very, one generation does something and the other really does learn from it. I feel like, especially now through social media and like every avenue that we have, like we really can learn from each generation, even if generations make fun of each other, like we actually can physically and mentally and actually see this like weird progression, whether it's good or bad. So I think that's pretty like interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I would like, I mean I would say that like I would blame the parents, but I wouldn't like hate them for it, right? Like it's like it's absolutely your fault, but like showing the circumstances. Like my mom, like arguably was not that great. Just because like she was very not, you know, wealthy. Like she was very poor. I don't know why I just didn't say that. Yeah, so she was very poor, and so she just kept making just bad choices, just really dumb choices, like chasing after guys like across like the country and stuff like that. And so we'd be like dragged along with her, and all this shit would be, you know, all these antics that she would have. And then as I grew up, I was like, wait, this isn't good. Like the way that she did this is not good. And so like, yeah, she was not the best, but the circumstances was like, there was a reason for all of that, and all of that it made sense. It was just like
she had a bigger plan in her own mind.
Yeah, my mom likes to run on her own plans. But yeah, basically, exactly. It was just, yeah, I don't know. I would blame them. It's your fault. You need to, I think that a good parent, and I don't think nobody's ready to be a parent, right?
Oh yeah, I know.
But like, I think all parents, whenever they do something to their child, whether it's like some sort of punishment or something that like might affect them, like always think about it. Like, how will this affect them in the future? Because some things you don't even think about, and they could like, you know, be affecting this person like super far in the future. One thing that I like to always like, you know, talk about is my stepdad. He was like with his kid, with his son, my brother. He would like pretend to like, you know, steal his food and stuff like that, and he would sometimes even steal his food, you know, playing with your child or whatever.
What?
But what that did was that made him, the child, like start like stealing other people's food or like things or toys and stuff like that. And yeah, so that small thing that honestly, it's like, it's not even like by stealing, you know how, you know, you kind of you know, you're poking at your son or whatever, you're poking at your friend or whatever, you're just like yoink. So it wasn't anything bad, mean spirited. He just wanted to play with the child, but that can transfer like tenfold to their future, because they're gonna be like, oh yeah, what else can I do with this or whatever. So I think that it's absolutely your job as a parent to be like introspective, like to take a step back. And if you don't, then everything that happens with you, like your child is that's all you.
Is like literally you.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy though? Like, okay, like the actions you do obviously like set a precedent and like roll onto your child because they don't know any better. You are literally their role model for the world. I feel like that is just so much pressure. Like, I honestly can't think about that though. Like, I've heard too, like, when you become a parent, like, your child literally mimics everything you do. And to me, that honestly just like scares me. Like, I would hate for my child to pick up my like really bad like cursing habit. But it's like so crazy to think about. Like, this, even if you adopt them and they're a child, or even if like you adopt them at an older age, it's just like your actions will shape a whole human being. I feel like that's true, like weirdly, like how serial killers are made, because like they just see violence within like their household and they're like, oh, this is the only way to get noticed, or like weirdly just like get attention, or I don't get enough attention, so the only way to get attention is to lash out and literally kill someone. Like, that literally freaks me out. Like, I would hate to be a parent of a serial killer that like kills people. Like, I would literally cry and be like, I fucked up as a human being. Like, this is like, I don't even know what the fuck to do. Like, I feel like parenthood is so scary. Like, honestly, like, it's so scary. I don't know how you feel about it, but like, it's scary.
I don't know how much I would actually be able to say that. I don't know if I would be able to say that that like, you know, like murdering people is a learned behavior, or like being psychotic rather, because I was watching this episode of like this, I think it was like a True Lives or whatever, and they were talking about this woman. She was in a normal household, nothing bad happened, like it was just a normal suburban just life or whatever, and she ended up becoming like a stalker, and then like stabbed and like cut up, I don't know if she cut, I'm pretty sure she cut the body like in half and like was like chopping it up and stuff like that.
Oh,
like,
my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I don't know, like I think that's just like, it's like your brain is just wired just fucked. Like, because it'd be insane.
Okay,
but I think that there probably are some people who get fucked up. What's up?
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say, do you believe in like nature versus nurture, like that whole thing? Like, do you think nature defines your brain, or do you think nurturing figures help you develop as a person, or nature's just like you're like doomed? And if you don't have a good nurturing like figure in your life, like you're just ultra doomed, you know?
I think nature gives your brain the tools, everything to like make like your personality with, and then nurture is like the thing that's being like, you know, chiseled or whatever, or the actual usage of the tools. Because like I wouldn't say that like a lot of like children start off like, I wouldn't say that you start off like just wanting to murder people or whatever. And they're just other behaviors, like, you know, liking like some other like personality quirks, just like being very, very hyper and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know how much I would like.
Can't control your body. No.
I don't know how much I'd like. I would say, or just things that you believe rather. I think that's what I was trying to get at. The things that you believe, and that I think that shapes your personality, and the things that you believe are by nurture, right? Not nature. You go through things in life, and then those things shape what you think. That's the reason why, like, you know, you might be like, you might hate dogs because you had a very bad experience with dogs, you know, years ago. But in another timeline, if you had a good experience, you would love dogs or whatever. I think that you are just like you're basically nurture. But again, nature sets your brain. So I think that crazy people, nature creates fucked tools. And so like when they grow up, it doesn't get to be as like, you know, well made as like somebody who did not get broken tools. And so, and all the tools that nature creates is different for everybody. So like, you know, some people like design, some people like these other things or whatever. but yeah, I think that like people who are psychotic, they just have broken tools. So I think that they have a higher likely chance of doing like really, really bad shit, right? Or it's just like I think like, what if somebody who you know likes to murder people and kill multiple people, maybe if they would have been shown video games down the line, they would just be super addicted to the game of killing people or something like that. Yeah.
A book. Or like they put that energy towards like writing or art or sports, running, cooking, anything other than like literally killing a whole human being that did not deserve to be killed.
I don't think a large portion of killers were like, their parents were like, you should kill people. Like,
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But you know what annoys me? What annoys me is the parents who will ride or die with their children. I'm sorry if you murdered somebody.
That are like full advocates, like, oh, Jimmy was like super nice and fun-loving as a kid. Like, how did he turn like this? It's like, no, something internally with your relationship and your family dynamic definitely turned Jimmy to be a killer.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no.
I just like maybe you can argue that I've never experienced love to the effect of like a parent, right? But it's just like, if you did some dumb shit and that dumb shit is very, very big, like I'm not gonna like, especially like if you murdered somebody and then they're like I would be like, no, fuck you, dude, like you gotta go into,
you fucked up.
I would be retrospective. I would like, try to think about what could have turned this person into that. But like, no, I would. He's going to jail, this event. Or rehab, depending on the thing.
Yes. But I feel like too, it's like, I understand like most parents do not have like the resources. So, like in middle school, I suffered really bad anger issues. Now that I look back about it, and what did my mom do? She got me into therapy, and I was honestly just able to be very emotional and like undo my barriers to like this random fucking guy that I didn't know about, and I feel like that really helped me. So it's like, and yeah, sometimes I do get a very somewhat anger issue-y streak because I just get so frustrated. But it's like, I feel like some parents though, like sadly, like they don't have those resources that they can give their kids to like literally go to therapy, talk to anyone, or even just support them and say like, hey, I will openly listen to you, but I feel like this is harder to say because like we don't experience this, like we aren't parents, like we don't really know what the fuck we're talking about. But it's like, even just being able to say like, I will listen to you 100%, no judgments, nothing bad will happen from this. I feel like it's hard to do, but it's like, if you can afford or even find some way to get that extra help, even if it's like through college and your college like offers it for free, which most do, it's like, hey, I need help. I think just like admitting to yourself, like, even though my parents couldn't give this to me at a younger age, which I understand, and I have a lot of built up anger issues, whatever, like now maybe if you're in college, these are free resources that I can use and just like help me like uncover all these things that I need help with, because it's like a third person to evaluate like what's going on in your life honestly like really helps, because like they have no bias, they know anything about you. So I think that's pretty crazy though. Like parents just they have so much on you. It's freaking weird.
Yes, and like, dude, the smallest of changes. But I think that everyone needs therapy. I think that one of the things that like the older generation, really needed in their life was like someone to actually help them with their emotions. And like that's probably the reason why like we are the way that we are as like a society now versus before. Like now we understand, it's like, oh wait, I shouldn't, like, I'm feeling this way, but I don't want to feel this way. So I want to figure out how to change that. Whereas I think that
therapy is good.
Yeah, exactly. It's really, really good. It's just good. Like also sometimes you just want to vent and you just don't like know who to vent to and stuff, and it's just like this person will listen to you, and again they're non-biased, so You know,
No
it's a good idea. Especially they're able to find those things like early. It's like, oh, no, oh, you're not eating a lot and you're not sleeping well. Well, you might not feel it, but you're depressed. It's like, oh, okay, well, damn.
Yeah. Okay, I need to fix this in my life somehow.
But for the older people who've never even who are because therapy is just now becoming
a thing.
Yeah, a good thing. People, when you say therapy to older people, they'll say, oh, are you crazy? It's like, no, you don't have to be crazy to have to go to therapy. You can just need some help with your thoughts.
Go.
So yeah,
talk to someone.
Yeah, I just think that older people it was just stigmatized in a very negative way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes, for sure. And I do think too, it's I know mental health is definitely a big thing that has really come up in just social media in general, and society as a whole is very pro, just mental health. But I feel too our problem also maybe as a society is okay, customer service, I loved it, I work it now, I still work it, but it's honestly, you can find some real your coworkers become your therapist. You become your own therapist through not social media, but through customer service. You become each other's allies. You will tell someone something you would have never thought you told someone. So I feel I don't know what it's now, because I'm 23, so I worked this customer service game for a minute, but it's I feel people now aren't as open to talk about their feelings people they work with. I don't know. Maybe just that's the thing that I've seen, that it's through just work, customer service, if you're with the same people every day, you will literally, depends on the person and your relationship with them, but you will tell each other things you would have never thought. You will go to them for advice, solidarity, hard times, bad times, how you're feeling. I love people. I love people. I love giving people gifts because I think I'm just a giver, and I just love doing that. But it's I'll just give people gifts because it's I know when I receive a random gift, when I never ask for it, I feel so much better because I'm oh my God, you actually care about me. Because I feel even though we're a society of inclusiveness, mental health, why not talk to someone? It's at the end of the day, you're alone. And if you don't have somebody that's giving you anything once in a while or asking you how you're feeling, even if it's at work, you don't feel you're getting noticed and nothing's being fulfilled in your life. And if you can't afford therapy, if you have somebody that you work with, I feel it's just it feels so nice to be noticed by someone and being okay, this is how I feel, and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I feel this is a weird tangent, but it's just I feel also work, depending on your job, it can also be therapy because you're having real human connections with people that you work with, and you're able to depending on the person, fill your guts, and then also show them, I love you too. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being awesome, in a weird work relationship way. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
I'm someone who's guilty of falling into the hole of not wanting to, show emotion and stuff like that. That's kind of played on, a lot of guys a lot more, of course, in society. They're expected to be very strong and stuff like that, and then any sign of weakness is bad.
Macho figure.
Yeah, and then I fell into that hole, but I quickly understood that this place wasn't good. This place wasn't good. This hole was not the place to be. And then I was just I want to do things that purposefully against that. So I would tell myself I would buy myself pink things and shit like that. Just and not because I like the color pink. I actually, interestingly enough, I don't actually have a favorite color, but it just because you expect me to do something, and it's no, I tell me what I can and cannot do. So I will specifically buy pink because you think that you think that I shouldn't have pink. So fuck you, right? That's what I became after falling into the hole of no emotion. And yeah, I think that it's very good that people should be more of that. Be more, out of that box of society where it's oh, you shouldn't show emotion, or you should, or this is the job that you're supposed to do, or something, blah 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 blah. I think everyone needs to get to there where they're just like, oh no, I want to do whatever I want to do. And unfortunately, people's parents force them into a position where they're used to, you know, following under orders, right? Where their parents are like, oh, I want you to go to this college, and I want you to study this, and then I want you to, and
I'm so glad I did not have that.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who were software developers just because their parents were like, you're going to be a software developer, and they were like, I don't like this, but my parents said so. And it's just like, that's really, really sad. And they don't know any other way. They don't know that it's like, bro, you're 18, just or something.
Hey,
like
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't like that at all. I think I'm just lucky because like my mom knew I'm very I'm not like really into school. I don't think I've ever have been like going into this weird art graphic design, but also then I was just like I really don't like this either because like doing something I like and turning it into a job is like no longer fun anymore. So now I think just even going back to college and getting a fucking bullshit like bachelor's in business administration, and kind of just like I'm doing it for myself because I know it will better my future, but I'm also like, if I become a mom in a few years, like I will not ever want to leave this little like alien because like I will not trust anybody, and like I've seen news stories of people like killing the kids, like nannies or whatever daycares, so I'm like, what is the point? But I just also am like, honestly, I'm like, I really just want to make my mom proud because like she's a nurse and like she's a single parent and like went through schools, gone through like a bunch of like certifications on her own. So it's like, you know, I honestly just I know she's proud of me, but it's like I just want to add that extra like I'm super fucking proud of you, like, you know, even though I don't want to do it, it's just like a nice little like weird reassurance of like, mom's fucking proud of me, you know, without being like forced into it in a way. But that's just how I feel about that.
Yeah, my dad was somebody who like never expressed like, oh, I'm very I'm very proud of you. He didn't really say that often. He said it when he was proud, but then other than that, it was just like if you did something small, he's like, yeah, you just did something small. And so it made those feelings of him being like, you know what, I'm proud of you, to feel like a little better, because it's like
amazing.
Yeah, but at the same time, that also caused me to like have like validation problems, because like, you know, your parents do need to kind of like give you social positive strength sometimes, or very often, especially since like they're probably the only ones who can give it to you, because you're gonna have so much drama and problems in school, and especially if you hate school, it's like that's just straight up negative emotion. So if you barely get positive emotion at home and you can't get them at school, then you're probably really screwed.
Basically.
Exactly.
Wow, I never thought about it like that. Like, wow, that's like a really good point. Like, if you don't get it at home, you want to get it at school, but if like your school can't give it to you, like you're nowhere in your own like ego. Like you have nothing to live for. Like you can just fuck around. It doesn't matter. Like, wow, I never thought about it like that. Like that's pretty like pretty sad if you think about it. Like imagine being 10 and like your parents like you know, like they don't really care about you, like your future, like what you're doing as a human, and like you just go to school and like the teachers that you see like really don't give a fuck about you. Like that would actually like really fucking suck. Like
yeah,
you're like just nothing in society.
Oh yeah, no, like I'm that being said, I'm lucky to have my mom, because my mom was very supportive, right? She kind of like held that kind of bridge, and I think both of my parents had pretty big negatives, but they had pretty big positives. So
Yes,
like
I feel the same.
I mean, I guess that literally means that I was them, like I am like basically a result of them and their decisions. I guess that's basically what that boils down to. Did we just come full circle there?
I think we really did. Like I actually feel the same. Like my mom like just adopted my sister and I like as a single parent, so it's like she didn't like really have anybody else to fall back on, but it's like she had to obviously fucking work. I think we are coming full circle about just our parents in general. Like they loved us, but like they loved us like the best of their ability. So like when our time is just like here to be parents, like we will give our children like communication, admiration, support, you know, just like everything like our parents wanted to give us, but like they just really didn't know how to give us, which to me honestly maybe a bad opinion, but I just hate how like fucking Gen like millennials and Gen Z hate on like the boomers. Like they were given the skills, technology, love that their parents were given, which was honestly fucking absolutely nothing depending on where they live. So they just use those skills on us, and I just hate how especially some millennials will bash their parents and be like, honestly, like, okay, like, oh, you don't see color? What does that mean? Like, you can't see our kids. But it's like, that's what your parents grew up on, and like, they still raised you loving, caringly, and we're all a generation that like our eyes are open. Like, you can't just say like, I don't see color, because like you do, and people do get like treated differently. They did like the color of their skin now, just fucked up. But it's like you shouldn't like relationship with your because it's like that's like they're the people that morph them into who they trying to like hang on to that identity and like just finish them from your life. Like I don't know how you feel about that, but it's like growing up in white community, it's like my mom made these little incidences and I'm just like that's fucked up. But like she luckily, even though she's in that like age, but she understands how color and like you do see the differences and she can decipher that, but like she's also like on both sides of like you can't just abolish your parents, like you should still accept them and like let them into your life because like that's all they have is like literally you, and you can't just like blame them for how they were raised. Like the only thing you can do is just like still love them and like want them to be a part of your life, because like what if they die tomorrow? Like you're fucked. Like I don't know, that's just how I feel, you know. It's like you just like let this small thing, and like I understand it's not really a small thing, like people saying like I can't see color, because bitch, like you can see color and like people definitely do get treated differently, but like you shouldn't hold that against them. You should like educate them, help them realize like why this is not a saying that like you should be saying. Like I don't know, how do you feel about this? Like it's just a weird, like it's still, I feel like we came full circle, but then I like brought the circle a little back, because it's like our parents like grew up in a different age, a different like technology was not a thing, you know.
I think all adults are deserving of criticism. Like I mean, yeah, basically.
Yes.
Like I think that whether you're a parent and you fucked up your kid, like it's you need that criticism. Now the nuclear part is usually where I get like I start to, you know, waver away. I will criticize my parents all the time. I'll tell them like, yo, that was not, you know, a good thing.
Like if they say something kind of fucked up.
But at the same time, I'm not going to be like, I'm not gonna hold. I guess I won't hold that against them in the way that like it'll make me feel that way anymore, right? Like I told them,
you want
I'm not
to
gonna
demolish your relationship with them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold on. Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna hold on to that, and also I'm not gonna hold on to that problem. You know, thinking like as if like, you know, by still being upset about it, you know, is gonna help it, right? I've already told you, you know what you did bad, and I'm criticizing you, but I'm not gonna feel bad about that anymore, right? That doesn't control me now, but don't do that. Like that was really stupid, right? I think that I would totally criticize them, but at the same time, yeah, the nuclear, the getting rid of your parents, being like that's not good enough, all that stuff, I'm like, yeah, no. Yeah, I agree. Like, yeah, they didn't come up in the same world. You have to understand that older people didn't come up in the same world. Like me, I will almost always dig into to older people and what they've done to this like world, but they didn't grow up in the same world that we live in that like a lot of the times it was normalized to like, you know, maybe not, you know, want to be around a certain type of person or whatever. Like you have to know that a lot of people aren't born horrible people. They were just in horrible environments their entire life, so they came out and like they're just a representation of that horrible environment. And it's up to you.
They just brought what they learned and it furthered into their life.
Yeah, and it's up to you to like get them to know what they're doing wrong or whatever. Otherwise, like if you reprimand them for that, like do like, you know, kick them, like say, oh, you don't deserve to be in this group anymore and all that stuff, that's not going to stop them. That's not going to help anybody. That's just going to make them more upset and probably even like try to like affirm their views in some way or some form of other. Like you have to be very patient with people, and understand that like although you can say what you did in the past is bad, you can't like consider them like irredeemable. Like I would say, I mean, of course, now if Hitler, you know, like that's irredeemable. Subject. Yeah. I'm just saying that like it depends on the thing.
You know.
Yeah, it depends on the thing that they did. If it's like, you know, if it's something physical or hurting somebody, then I don't know. That's a little bit worse. No. But
I don't think I could ever.
I never noticed the name of our channel is Let's Effing Chat. I like that.
Okay. Yeah, so I discussed with my husband. I was like, what do you think about Let's F Chat? Because he was like, what's your channel? I was like, Let's F Chat. And he was like, I can find it. And he was like, maybe you should do like Let's Effing Chat, so it's more searchable. And I was like, oh, you're smart. You're a keeper. So yeah, it's Let's Effing Chat.
Yeah, I like it. I did. Yeah, I never noticed that, but I should probably subscribe to it.
I fucking should.
I wasn't subscribed to the channel. Okay, yeah. So there was 3 subscribers, by the way, but still pretty cool.
Nice.
Well, yeah, we'll get.
I think it is.
Yeah, that's 20. Why can't I? That's so annoying. I can't. So I put myself as a moderator on the channel, but I don't know how to get to it. But
settings.
I don't know. Let's not do that. We're in the middle of a. We'll do it later.
I just think that's funny.
Yeah, I'm still finishing up the video. I decided to wait till after work, so I think right after this, that's what I'm gonna be working on. Probably gonna smoke something and then work on it.
I love that. Love that for you.
Absolutely, dude. That's the best time. Oh, dude, it's the weekend. It's almost Sunday. I don't like that day, other than the fact that it's a year. It's like when I created my first song. Again, by the way, Sunday is Valentine's Day for people who don't know.
Ew, I hate Valentine's Day. It's so dumb.
I hate it too, but just because of, you know, the situation. The thing that I created. So the song that I created was named "Be My Valentine." I wonder.
Ew, I'm already gonna throw up. What the fuck?
It's just a song name. It's like that was what it was. Okay. And I'm wondering, what do I want my next song to be? Like this next song, right? It's gonna sound so much better than my last year's song. I got
okay.
So much
Where's
better.
our little beat for our fucking podcast? The intro. It's like so bland when you first kind of listen to it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I mean, I have it. I can put it there. I just didn't know when we were gonna do it.
Like add that beat, man.
I was actually thinking, do you want to like have just like music constantly playing in the background, like just very very softly, like some loop?
I feel like it should be like just very soft, because it's kind of like low-key boring to listen to. Like maybe it's just me like listening to myself and you, because we've had this conversation. I don't know how other people feel about maybe just very 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 softly though, so it doesn't like
exactly. It's gonna be
intervene with like our voices, you know.
I'll try that for this one. I think that I'm gonna put the previous one still up there, but I'm not gonna do the one for the one now that I'm working on now, but the one that you know,
Okay,
this
yeah. The
podcast's
next
on.
one.
Yeah. So that means that you
Nice.
guys would probably hear this before we even discussed it. You guys are gonna be like, oh, it's a new episode.
That's
There's
funny.
music in the background. Well, that's where
Right?
this came from. This is
I
conversation.
just can't get over the 22 views. Like, where the fuck are these 22
Yeah,
people
what the
coming from? I'm
fuck?
like, fucking
That's so
hyped.
good. This is 2 weeks ago, dude. I need to upload more. We need to do this.
I know. I need to like work on the social media game. Like for real.
I don't know how, like, I'm gonna that's all you.
crazy.
All of, like, I made it so that, like, I'm always like the editor and like the, you know, the developer or whatever, and yeah, you're all front end stuff. You're, because that's why like I just upload the video and like give you the title and the description, because I can't, for the life of me, I can't.
I feel like we need to do like, honestly, just a short like video for YouTube, like on the fucking YouTube, not YouTube, but Instagram. What is it called? Not stories. Something new they added.
Oh, you mean live
Okay,
TV?
reels. No,
Yeah, reels. Yeah.
We need to do like a small reel for like the channel, so like people can actually, you know, like see us and like know the people behind it, you know.
Oh wait, so what type of reel? Like, I was thinking just like it could be like a snippet of just a really good part of the conversation.
Yeah, it could honestly just be a snippet, but like it has to have like our face in it, you know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
If it doesn't have our face, like there's no point of the like reel.
That's you, Famio. That's your design work going. Also, I actually have a question for you. So my question for you is, it's because I'm re-releasing my album, my lo-fi album, and it's going to be a better version, and so some things are going to be changed and new music is going to be on there. I would like to, I'm wondering if I can pay you to make a design for it, because you shat on my other design.
I guess so. If you liked any of the little like
dude, I love this art. I think the
sketches.
art's really good, and a friend of mine, his name's Kyle, he's the 3rd subscriber, he said it so too.
Love
like
him.
yeah.
I love Kyle.
he immediately said that was the first thing. He was just like, dude, I love the graphics. I'm like, yeah, I know, they were freaking dope when they came out. So extra good job with these.
Wow.
I'm very happy with them.
Help you. You already know I'm down to help you whenever. Just let me know.
Absolutely, yeah. But so I wanted to finish the album by the end of this week, but because Sunday's coming up and I want to do that entire like day streaming it, I told myself like, okay, it'll be like later in the year, later in the month, probably like end of February or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, that would be really nice. But yeah, we need to add music to the background, and that will be done. I'll probably just make a loop. Just like some sort of like,
it's fine. Something chill and mellow.
Yeah, something really chill, really mellow, but can be like be listened to over and over and over again. Ooh.
Yeah, it's like that nice like study music vibe.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah, that's lo-fi. Yeah, that's what I specialize in technically. Well, actually, technically I specialize in like EDM house, but I've made more lo-fi. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, dude, and my new lo-fi sounds so good. Dude, I can have that on there. We'll see. I think I might create something new for this channel.
Yeah, make something like somewhat fresh. I don't know. Pick whatever you want.
What type of vibe do you want to go for?
I feel like we should just go for something very like, you know, just chill, mellow, like calm, collected. I feel like we just talk about chill topics anyways, you know, like we don't like really get into each other's like views or anything. So yeah, just something. Yeah, I'm thinking something with a lot of like textures and stuff like that make you. So one of my favorite lo-fi artists, his name is In Love with a Ghost, and the way that he creates his music is he creates like atmospheres in it, and so you'll like hear like small things in the background, like, you know, leaves or whatever, and it kind of just like gives you somewhere to be when you're listening to music in a way in your head. Interesting.
So I'm thinking of like something like that, to where it's almost like, in a way, if I made it in like a, you know, make it sound like a forest or whatever, it's like we're just talking in a forest, and like a very calm, soothing forest or something like that. I think that'd be pretty interesting. And then technically it could also be louder because of that. Not super loud, but just louder. just give somebody like a, dude, that would be so good. Okay, I'm doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. I just thought about it because I love the fact that that In Love with a Ghost does that. So it's because it's pleasing to the ears. So absolutely, I would like to hear that if I were in like listening to a podcast. It's just something else to listen to. You know, maybe when the, you know, when the conversation that they're talking about, like at this moment that you're not actually interested in, you know, you have something else to listen to. It's like, ooh, so this is a fallback plan. I'm doing that. That sounds great, but I just have to make a loop.
Sounds good. I'm down. I'm down for it.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna make it though, but someday. Someday. You know what? I'll take a day out. Not like probably like Monday or Tuesday. So I think that, yeah, by the time this video comes out, so this video will probably come out. So I'm just gonna say that we should just, yeah, we should like upload the videos on Sundays. But I mean, not upload the videos, but like put them live, like public live Sundays. So we're gonna upload them beforehand, so you can, you know, look at the video, you know, get the title and the description going, and then we just schedule it for them for that Sunday. That way, like, you know, you have something to look forward to every Sunday, something like that.
Go Sundays, God's day.
Yeah. Sunday is the day that you're not supposed to do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, Christian. Yeah. So yeah, don't do anything but listen to our podcast.
There we go.
Exactly.
Love that. But yeah, just like send me a sample of like whatever you think you're like thinking of, you know?
Yeah, I think I might like pull you in a call one day and just kind of like show you what like the ideas that I have, and yeah, and we'll just like you'll be able to see, you know, part of the process of creating music, you know.
Sounds good. I'm going to Tampa-ish. Or wait, not New Orleans, not Port Richey, but I'm flying into Orlando on Tuesday. My sister's picking me up, and
okay, so you don't need to be picked up.
Oh no, I got my sister too. But I appreciate it.
I did not know you had a sister.
I do have a sister. But yeah, so she's gonna pick me up and shit like that. I probably won't be able to see you because like I'm just sitting with my family. So I haven't seen them since like November.
That's fair.
But honestly, next time I come, I definitely will. So I'll probably just come by myself.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been. I wonder when I first like. I wonder what the setting of our first like live podcast would be. Where we actually like video.
I feel like it needs to be in a neutral space. And,
yeah, it's gotta be very, very chill.
Yeah.
I would say like what. So I'm thinking like, what type of what type of vibes is this? You know, the podcast. Like, is it like coffee shop vibes? Is it like, you know, club vibes?
I think it's just ew, Alex, no. I think it's just fun, like friend vibes. You know, like I think it's weird. Like I think I mentioned.
Well, what was friend vibe? What's a friend vibe?
A friend vibe is like fucking chill as fuck. Like you listen to each other. There's no bias really.
Well, okay, so that's a feeling. But like when I'm talking, like, you know how like when you like, you know, you close your eyes and you try to go to like a place and like sometimes it's like a serene forest.
Vibes?
Yeah, what would that be?
Alex and Kelsey's podcast vibes together in person, we would just be like chill, hanging out, having a cool discussion about whatever the fuck we're talking about. Everything just bleeds into each other, you know?
So what type of setting would that be?
In a neutral space, 6 feet apart because of COVID, hanging out, talking about weird
What is that mutual space?
I don't know. Can't you find a mutual space?
Like, is it like a serene forest? Is it like a coffee shop?
No. Why do you make this so hard?
It's a vibe.
Literally, the vibe is like a nice living room, dude. That's
okay.
clean,
There we go. That's
friendly.
perfect. I'm not like a living room vibe. So very like very familiar, very like very
homey.
very very
Homies
homey.
and homes.
Exactly.
Homies talking with the homie.
Exactly.
I'm done.
Yeah. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Why are you?
Well, because these vibes, like, you know, what I would think about. Well, the reason why I ask it is like when you listen to a song and you're like, oh, this gives off these vibes. It makes you feel like, oh, I can be here and listen to this song. Like I can be in this coffee shop and listen to this song. And it feels perfect. So I'm wondering, like, what type of sound would you like to hear, you know, with this vibe, right? And it seems like it's very
chill vibes.
Yeah, it's very chill, but it's very like friendly vibe, right? So it's not gonna be like
fun.
It's not gonna be like water droplets on the ground or anything like that. But
Ew, no.
it might be
What
like,
the heck?
I mean, like if it was like a serene like forest or whatever, you might have like a, you know, some flowing water sound or something like that. Don't you want to make everyone who listens to this want to pee?
The 22 people, the 22 views. I did listen to our thing on YouTube like at least 2 times though, because I was like, oh, this is like really intriguing. But I also feel like we need to work on our social media game. So like, I'm gonna send you some questions about yourself. So like, just answer them, and I'll post it, and then we should do a reel together, even if you feel really uncomfortable, but just like you holding the camera, being like, hey, I'm Alex, I'm a part of Let's Fucking Chat, and I'll be like, hey, I'm also Kelsey.
Well, luckily, like, I actually have a real camera, so yeah, I'm pretty good in front of a camera now.
Okay, literally anything, just like anything. Being
yeah, I'm not gonna like.
Hey.
Well, I'm gonna get my phone and I'm gonna put it in selfie mode and I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up, fam?
I'm just fucking saying, just like, you know, a cool like little intro about like,
what's
hey,
up, chatters?
Kelsey.
It's me, Alex.
Yeah, just anything. Like, hey, this is Let's Fucking Chat. Welcome to our podcast.
What's up, chatters? It's your boy, Alex.
Literally just anything. And like, I'll probably make you record a few like videos so we can just put it on the YouTube channel, and I'll upload like the boring still photos or whatever. So, but yeah.
Yeah, if it needs to be edited, video edited, yeah, just send it over. Because yeah, we can make it like.
Well, I think, yeah.
Basically, it
seems like little intros.
Something that I've noticed is that for the most part, the thing that people like the most tends to be things that seem like they've been worked on for like a very long time. So it seems like everything that's like that, you know, I've seen get big recently has usually just been like, oh yeah, this was like very obviously very much worked on, and so I guess people like have an appreciation for that. So our reel might be like, we might want to put a little bit more detail into that, but it make it like
being like creative.
I don't even know what a reel is. I've never used reels on Instagram.
I think a reel is like less than like 2 minutes or something. I have fucking no idea either. Like I need to look into it, but it's like I feel like because like we don't already have like initial clout like coming, you know, like from the social media world. Like we're just 2 actual normal people. But like I think if we're just like really creative and kind of trendy, like and like do it very, I hate this word, just like continuously and like annoyingly consistently, like I can do it because like I'm just in college doing fucking absolutely fucking nothing, and I kind of like it's like kind of cool and interesting. But like, yeah, if we're like actually consistent enough and like I actually post it and like we can edit it and like just contribute as a team together, like we could like do something cool and shit, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think so. But we have to figure out what we wanted to do for it. Do you know when you want to have this done by?
My opinion is just very like consistency to me is like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so like 3 times a week. I would just need to like kind of drop a rough plan and send it to you, like probably just through Google Docs of like how we should maybe play. Okay, to me, I just think the whole like social media aspect for business, it's all a game. It's all about statistics, numbers, your likability. The more likes you get, the more like you play to like that algorithm, like the more you get views. So, like I think the more we play to it and the more we have like guests and other people on that have like other platforms, like that's how our channel will get noticed. Yeah. You know? And like the more we just have like, we are obviously ourselves and have very open conversations, but like just the more we play into that like 3rd dimension of social media, I feel like maybe in the future like this podcast will be like, it will pick up and it will just be like something super just fun in general. Like I already think it's fun, but it's like to me, honestly, Alex, I think social media is a game, and I just love that game because it's like the more you can like consistently put yourself out there, the more rewards via like numbers you get. And like I found that through my YouTube channel. Like the more I put out of like these fake videos of me being like very happy, enthusiastic, the more I got subscribers. And I carried that literally into like my fucking customer service, which is fucking weird. But like that's just how I see social media. Like since I started that like YouTube channel, like I told my sister that I only did that because it was like another skill for me to learn of just being like someone not of myself. And I think that really just carried into like literally my job because like I'm super introverted and I hate people. So it's like being super basically fake. Like, and that gave me like almost 630 subscribers on YouTube. Like that was like ridiculous as fuck. Like,
yeah, dude, you have it. Yeah, I my channel. So I've had a YouTube channel for about like maybe probably like a year now. Like probably more about like a couple months. But I'm not doing that at all. And one, I'm not for that reason. I'm not getting any like any subscribers. But the reason why I'm not doing that is because like I personally like I'm not a very expressive dude. Like I'm not very like, hey, what's up, fam? Like most of the time, like on certain days, on like most days, I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Like what the like, I'm not in that mood right now. So like I don't want that channel to be like too much, because like I don't want to have to feel like it's a chore to make the video or something like that. But at the same time, I think that
you have to do that.
Yeah, you have to do that.
That's
or
what
you
I
have
found
to
out.
you have to do that, or you have to make it up in like other areas and like skill and stuff like that. And yeah, that's absolutely true. And I think that because Let's Effing Chat is like us two, I feel like it puts it takes a load off of like the as if it was like run by one person. Now we can do like half that kind of fake bullshit, and it'll probably be good, right?
Yeah, I think so as well. And like our personalities like bounce off of each other, so like I don't have to like pretend to be just fake excited about stuff like through that YouTube channel, which I definitely did. So I'm excited, but like we need to like step up our social media game, which I will help us with. So
good.
Yeah, like we just need to be more present. Like we need to
we need to
do shit.
I need to upload more often. I need to get more used to video editing. I need to make it like a lifestyle to
visually
video edit.
Appealing.
And I want other things to happen. I might tell you to like send me some like parts of that original image, so that like sometimes I can probably like make the Let's Effing Chat circle kind of like jitter a little bit, like just kind of like flow around or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to like put it, but that's not really much of a reason right now, because it's like it's just
I know no
one's gonna be staring at the video,
like, watching it.
Yeah. I mean, like, somebody might.
About it too. I don't know, but I feel like the same. Like we shouldn't really putting all of our eggs. You shouldn't put all of your eggs into like the YouTube. Like I feel like we should put honestly all of our eggs into like our like Instagram.
Yeah, we need to find. I'm gonna look into DistroKid, because it's a distributor, so we can actually like put our songs out there and stuff like that. I mean not songs, our podcasts out there.
Our songs.
Yeah, our songs. Yeah, these amazing 1 hour songs.
Exactly.
It'll allow us to put it on like streaming platforms like Apple, whatever the fuck, and like the other and YouTube, and it makes it official on YouTube, because if you were to go to YouTube Music, we would not be able to see our podcast. But I'm pretty sure podcasts turn up on YouTube Music. If we used a distributor, then it would be able to show.
I like that. Yeah. Look into that, and we'll focus more this month on live.
Exactly.
The IG, we might do I don't want to say live, because like who the fuck is watching that, but like a pre-recorded segment about maybe who we are, and then I'll take that and make it into like proper boring non-exciting photos, but about like who the hosts are of this, and like just add things. Maybe like, so I use this IG because like when I started that dumb like social media thing, I just use that one to like rebrand it into this. So like there's some, but they're mostly like social media fucking bullshitters. But anyways, at least there's some traction. But yeah, maybe I'll do that to like do like, what would you like to like, I guess like to like the algorithm for Instagram, it's like very story heavy. Like if you get people to ask like yes or no questions, that gives you more like traction. I don't know, I'll figure it out. But yeah, I'll just work on like the IG and get that little bitch rolling up. Into hashtags and stuff like that. So
I love our dynamic. I think it's pretty great. I think not only is it like our personalities, but it's also like the things that we can do. So that they like perfectly
what we
pair.
bring to the table is very unique.
True. Yeah, I think it's really good. So maybe it's 3 subscribers now, but we'll see in the future. We should our next podcast, we should do like a what we want to do, like what we want to see by the end of the year. Like a
ooh, that's a good one. Because I mean, like we started like what, maybe like end of January. Yeah,
end of January.
So yeah,
I think that'd be a really good idea.
We'll do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we'll
write that down.
Okay, I'll put it in my phone. Don't worry. Yeah,
dude, I will
forget.
forget.
It's a good episode idea.
Yeah. Yes. I love it. I think that'd be really fun. But because I do want to see, what we create, what we say that we want to do, and then what ends up happening. Yeah.
That makes me so nervous, but like honestly, that shit like pushes me because like I remember when I started that like YouTube channel, I was like, I'm gonna get like 100 subscribers, and I did, and then I somehow got like 600, which I think is total bullshit, but what's up?
Yeah, that was awesome. I liked your I would like tune in every now and again, and I would see that
I hate it so much. It's so cringy. It's like the cringiest part of
if it makes you feel any better, I never watched a full video because I wasn't necessarily interested in any of that, but I was like, hey, my friend, that's my best friend.
Oh,
that's my best friend. That's my best
friend. I can't. It's literally too cringy. Sometimes when I watch them, I'm like, who the fuck was that fake ass bitch? Who's like, that's not. It's not even me. But fake sells, so that's
yeah, fake does sell. It is interesting. We'll see.
Fake literally sells.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thanks for joining our conversation.
Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications.
And we will see you in the next chat.